It is so important. This is why non-verbal communication is of optimum importance, girls.
Okay.
Meaning to say, whether you smile while you talk, whether you use your eye movements correctly, whether you connect with the audience correctly by looking into their eyes,
Definitely.
whether you what you are doing now, Charisma, you are
Hand
nodding
gesture.
so much. I like the way that you nod, right? And people are not seriously looking at the grammar that you speak, the perfectness of your grammar, but they are more interested in the way your facial demeanor. First of all, acknowledge that, Karishma, you have all these nonverbal communications very correctly displayed on your face, right? Hats off to you for that. I don't know which university you studied them. How have you managed to keep this face, this kind of demeanor?
I think it is natural. It's like given by God
Let
because
me give you one word of feedback. Having listened to you, I do feel that there is so much of English in you and you speak very naturally. There is a natural way of communication that you have. Hi, Charisma.
hello, sir.
Good afternoon. Yeah, it is mid-noon, right? Right, midday.
Yes, sir. Very good
And
afternoon.
yes, good afternoon to you. I'm really happy that you have joined this session, and I am here to be of some assistance to you. And I suppose you know my name by now. I am Titus Kaipali. You may call me by my short name, Titus. And I have been a teacher for most of my life, and it is with that background that I am here. Karishma, would you like to give me a little introduction? Great. I'm so happy to hear that there are lots of people. I don't know what's so special about this Gurgaon. Almost every learner has got something to do with Gurgaon. Yeah, I have
I think
noticed that.
it's an office hub and people want to learn English like just to join some companies and all maybe.
Maybe, but it is a fact. I tell you, it is a fact that there are so many of them from Gurgaon. And I myself don't know exactly the spelling of Gurgaon. Sometimes I think it is Gurgaon. Am I right?
No, now it has changed. Actually, it's not Gurgaon. Now it is Gurugram. So Gurugram.
Oh,
Gurugram.
Gurugram. That's why different people pronounce it differently, and I couldn't get it
It
correctly
has
until
changed.
this time. Thank you for making that correction. Now I understand. Gurugram. If there is
Yes.
Gurugram, then I think there should have some kind of connection with some gurus. Is that correct? Has it got any connection with any guru?
I have no idea, but there must be some.
Yeah, because guru means actually somebody who teaches you, a teacher, right?
Yes,
That is a traditional
right.
concept. And gram means a village, right? I don't understand really, but gram means something to do with a village setup or a community that come together. So probably the village of certain um, gurus or teachers. Yeah. And then, yes, Karishma, you said
Gurus
about two beautiful kids that
might
you
be.
have. Yeah, gurus. You said about two beautiful kids that you have. Which classes are they studying?
Older one is in second grade, and younger one is only one and
Mhm,
a half years old. He doesn't study
mhm.
now. Yeah, two
Ah,
sons.
okay, okay. All right, so that is great.
My voice is
This morning,
clear to you?
your voice is clear, but then it comes very slowly. Yes, so I don't know. I didn't exactly. Let's see what kind of notes that we have for today. Oh, that's fine. They have given us the joy of laughter. Wonderful
Yes.
topic. Yeah. Who is that person that you like the most in your life? By way of like somebody whom you like because that somebody is a person who generates laughter, generates joy. Is there such a person in your life?
I don't think there's any person in my life with such kind of personality, but I feel that I am the only one who like laugh every time and makes others people laugh at the same time. So I have no one till now. Yeah.
Haven't you heard about this person, Charlie Chaplin?
Yes, I have heard about it,
You watched
but I
him?
haven't seen much videos of him. I think I have I used to watch videos from Mr. Bean as
Mr. Bean,
compared to
yeah.
Charlie Chaplin. Yeah, Mr. Bean, he used to be my favorite when I was kid. I was young.
Right, right. Mr. Beans, that guy is very famous. You know how? I know him from a very close angle because he, when I was in Brunei Darussalam, I heard that I did not see him. I didn't get a chance to see him, but at least I heard that he visited Brunei Darussalam because one of his sons is working in Brunei Darussalam, I think in the army or navy or in the air force. So he happened to
Okay.
visit us, and he was there for quite some time, and he visited Malaysia too. And people were very happy that he visited us there, though I didn't get a chance to visit him personally. So Mr. Beans definitely is a in my class. It is enough that I say Mr. Beans, every time I go to my class, and before I begin my class, normally how do we begin? We say good morning, students, and students would greet you back. Hi, teacher. Good morning.
Yes.
I told them this one before you wish, you simply, the moment Mr. Beans, enough to say Mr. Beans, and then they will begin to laugh, even before we greet each other. So that was the
Okay.
kind of experience that we had there. Yeah,
Great.
yes. Yeah. Let's go through this a little bit. The joy of laughter. Have you opened your session notes? Would it be okay for you to read that paragraph that is given there, or would you like to have a discussion?
No, we can have anything you want. I'm okay with
Okay,
everything. Yeah.
we are all right, all right, all right. Then let's go and have a little discussion on this one, and that is, do you agree that laughter is the best medicine? So many times we have heard this, laughter is the best medicine. Have you, at any time, have you questioned this belief? Do you believe
Yes,
so?
yes. 100% I do believe with this statement that laughter is actually medicine, or we can say, what was the line? Laughter is
Yeah,
the
laughter is the best medicine.
best medicine, yes.
Mm,
Because I have observed that when we are laughing, we are sharing only positive things to other people, positive
mhm,
stuff to other people, and at the same
mhm,
time, we made them laugh too. And when we
mhm.
are laughing, we are creating a positive environment also. So that is
Yeah.
really helpful for every person, and it also 100% it is helpful even for a person who is on the bed, like a patient. If you,
Mhm.
for example, if I go visit some patient and if he is not in a good mood, obviously he's a patient, so if I try to make crack some joke and all, he
Yeah.
started to laugh and he feels very comfortable. So I think it is actually the best medicine, I do believe.
Yeah, yeah, he feels very comfortable, and I think I agree with you on that point. Yes, and that may be one of the reasons I have this one in my at the top of my head. Is one of my priorities. Wherever I go, I want to make people feel happy and joyous, and that's one of the points why each time I go to my class, I also used to follow up with Mr. Beans. First, I say Mr. Beans, and everybody laughs, and on some other occasions, we spend just 2 minutes laughing. We don't
Oh,
greet each other. Even before we greet students and the teacher, they greet each other. No, that's not what first we do. I tell them, come on, let's spend some time laughing. And we simply look at each other and we begin to laugh. And I
okay,
think
that's nice.
yeah, yeah, and that was actually those were moments that we felt really free. You know what happens? An atmosphere is open where students feel free to express their thoughts, their curious questions with you, and they feel free to approach you. Otherwise, teacher is a teacher who stands far away, and then students are students who would sit also far away. There is no rapport created, no rapport created between the two. Do I suppose, Charisma, you know the meaning of the word rapport, right?
Not exactly sure, but yeah, it means I think feel connected.
Yeah, you feel connected, but the exact word is rapport. Always ask yourself, wherever you go, whether you are especially teachers, we must ask ourselves, do you have a rapport with your students?
Oh,
If
oh,
that rapport, Rapport, it is written
rapport,
rapport, but actually you should pronounce it as rapport.
rapport,
Rapport, rapport. So
rapport.
this is very important. And so even when students are tired sometimes, you could tell them, hey, come on, let us stand up and simply have a laugh for at least a minute and then sit down. Which is easier, to smile, to laugh, or to cry? Which is easier? Which muscle, more muscles are used when you cry, or more muscles are used when you laugh?
I think while we laugh,
When we laugh, we use less muscles.
less muscles, I feel like we
Less
use
muscles.
more because sometimes when we're laughing very loud, So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
our belly start aching just because laughing too much. So that's why I felt like that.
Now, this is very important because see, we are not doing the easy activity that we can do, the easier one. It is easier to laugh and smile
Okay.
compared to the number of muscles that are involved in crying. It's more
Okay.
difficult. Keep that in mind, okay? And then
Okay.
sometimes when I enter my classes, I used to teach them a four-liner. I suppose, Charisma, you love nursery rhymes, right? You love nursery rhymes. One of the rhymes goes like this: smile all the while, every mile that you roam, with a song on your lips. It will brighten your lips if you sing your way home. And it starts: smile all the while, every mile that you roam, with a
Okay.
smile, okay, with a song on your lips. So it is so important. This is why non-verbal communication is of what shall we say, optimum importance. It is of paramount importance. No communication happens without non-verbal communication. Charisma, what would you say? Do you agree with me, or do you have a different opinion?
No, no, I am agree with you because I have seen that non-verbal communication is actually plays an important role, especially during communicating with strangers. Because when we're talking to them, we don't know what kind of
Mm,
things they would like to talk or discuss. But when we see their facial expression, their body language, we understand, okay, it is the kind of person. So
mm, mm.
non-verbal communication plays an important role while talking to people. That's true.
Yeah, yeah, nonverbal. According to the latest survey, only 7% people are interested in your, what shall we say, in the exactness of grammar.
Okay.
93% people are interested in your non-verbal communication skills.
Okay.
Meaning to say, whether you smile while you talk, whether you use your eye movements correctly, whether you connect with the audience correctly by looking into their eyes,
Okay.
whether what you are doing now, Charisma, you are
And
nodding
gestures.
so much. I like the way that you nod, right? And sometimes we also learn to say no, and that too requires a nod. So, and then again, the use of your
And
hand
gestures.
gestures, not too many times, but it is very important. There are minimum 5 different ways we can use our hand gestures. But most of us use only like this. Do we ever
Yes.
try to do like this? Hey, come on, it's all about me. See? And then automatically sometimes, have you ever tried this way? No, I don't agree with you. That's out of the picture. See how it becomes meaningful. People are not seriously looking at the grammar that you speak, the perfectness of your grammar, but they are more interested in the way your facial demeanor and the way you conduct yourselves. And also, if you're giving a presentation, you're walking on a stage, you could limit your movements. You don't need to move all the time. For example, if you're talking about what happened yesterday, you would stand in one corner of the stage and then look at your audience and would say that. While
Mm-hmm.
you're going to talk about something that is going to happen tomorrow, you will move to the next part of the other end of the stage. Okay. And now you would like to speak more about what's happening today. And then you come to the center of the stage. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you find that these nonverbal communications make a better, what shall we say, rapport, better connection with your audience?
100%. Yeah, I
Yeah,
completely agree with your point. Yeah.
that's right. So that is why, you know, as a tutor here on this English Yari platform, I would like to first of all acknowledge that, Karishma, you have all these nonverbal communications very correctly displayed on your face, right?
Okay.
That's very important. Yeah. So hats off to you for that. I don't know which university you studied them, but you have learned them correctly. Can you give me a little more detailed description of, or how have you managed to keep this face, this kind of demeanor?
I think it is natural. It's like given by God because
Yeah.
since my childhood, I was a kind of expressive child and I would
Hmm.
love to express my things by my face. You know what? When I did not know English like 2 years ago, I was not able to speak English. So at
Right.
that time, most of the time, I used my hand gestures and my facial expression to connect with other people. Because the
Okay.
college where I've studied, it is the Delhi University College,
Hmm. Hmm.
and so most of the people they were able to speak English at that time, but I was not because I've studied from a Hindi medium school. So I
Hmm.
used to with my face, with my expressions most of the time. I use very less words rather than I
Hmm.
used to express through face and hand gestures and by my body language also sometimes.
Right.
So
That's
it's
great. Thank
natural.
you. Yeah, it's natural actually. I remember in 1986, I was participating in 1988. I was participating in a workshop somewhere in where was it? Somewhere in Kurda Road. It was a 5-day workshop on taking responsibility in life, and I was one of the persons sent to participate to represent an organization that I was working in then. And then the program, the course coordinator or the program coordinator called me by my name and said, Titus, I would like to appreciate you for one thing. The gentle smile that you have on your face is something that is commendable. I seriously did not know the importance of what he said then, but now, on being a tutor on English Yari, I truly understand, fully understand how that smile is important. Yeah, because that time, many of us, we all of us had to go on stage and speak, introduce ourselves. Literally, we were up on a stage and we had to speak. But then, and most of the others, maybe because we forget, or maybe because we are not trained, or maybe because we are not naturally blessed by God with the smile. In your case, you have got it naturally, right? So I still remember that very, very clearly. And then Karishma, you said you got it naturally. Is there somebody else who do you take after? You take after your mom or you take after your dad? Who smiles the most? You cannot have got it naturally just like that. You would have got it from either of your parents.
Actually, both of my parents are very jolly. So I maybe the
Oh,
family atmosphere is something like that where I feel very comfortable and
yeah,
share my thoughts in a very positive or polite manner. And that's why this laugh is always with me. Smile is always with me. And I think many people they compliment me on my smile. They say that whatever like the session is, but you smile throughout your session and it gives like very positive energy. So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why we like to watch your videos as well. So like these are the compliments I got from my subscribers as well.
Yeah, I think I read at one time. I don't watch so much. Actually, I'm not so much on this YouTube or watching anything. I'm
Mhm.
I'm not naturally. I'm not inclined to watch.
Oh,
Seriously. So therefore, if you ask me, did you watch this or did you watch that? I would say no. But at one time, when I joined this English Yari, I happened to go through one video. I don't know whether it was by you or by somebody, a video where Shruti Sharma was speaking, the CEO of English Yari, I suppose. And the comment that was written there at the bottom, Shruti, we like your English and we like your smiley face. Throughout the session, she keeps smiling. Yeah, that's not easy actually, but at the same time, it is not something that we can, it's not easy, but we have to in the beginning practice and practice and practice, as I said. So that is of high importance. So great. Um, who is the funniest person that you know, by the way? Or, sorry, share an incident when you laughed so hard that your stomach hurt. Was there something like that in your life?
yeah, these days it's happening because my younger kid, he's 1.5 years old, and the activities which he does on regular basis is something like made me laugh. And I don't know,
Hmm.
you might heard the sound of laughing coming from another room. It's like so loud because my both children they were enjoying playing carom.
Hmm.
I think yesterday
Hmm.
only I laughed a lot when my younger kid he doesn't know how to play carom like this he has to do. So
Yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
doing in his own way funny when he was laughing really loud. So just
Right.
by watching him, we all started laughing and it was an amazing moment. So it's like very recent and it happened everyday life, because being a mother and if you have two children, it's going to be happen. Sometimes you feel sad, sometimes you feel very noisy, but sometimes there are some moments when you're going to laugh like your belly starts aching. Yeah.
You talk about two kids and you say it is difficult. I think of my father and my mother. We are 11 siblings.
Oh my God. How did they manage? It's really difficult to manage too, to be honest.
We are 8 boys and 3 girls.
Oh my God,
And
eight
to add
boys.
8 boys and 3 girls, and to add to what you said, I am the youngest person, youngest in the
Okay.
family. Imagine, oh my God, when I think of those days, what days we had, happy days, really. Looking forward to be back in the family. And my father would feel the strength of, his children around him. Like when he goes out,
Mhm.
he was an agricultural farmer, and each time he went to the farm, all his kids basically around him. Difficult, yes, but later you will feel the sense of happiness, a sense of accomplishment, and a sense of, oh my God. And
Strength
today,
also.
today, any function we have in our family, we don't need to invite anybody from our neighborhood.
True, obviously. Yes.
Yeah, we ourselves, we are more than 350 for just like that, for any simple function, more than
Oh my God.
350
Amazing.
sometimes. And in spite of all this, my father lived up to 91 and a half, and my mother lived up to 88 and a half, and they were not sick at all.
Oh.
Never have I seen them sick, never for once, except that my father he consumed the tablet for pressure to balance his pressure, blood pressure or whatever. That one, that 5 mg tablet that he took regularly, he never came upon that. Mother never had to take anything. And these two people were
Wow.
never
Amazing.
hospitalized from the time I know. So I think there is so much to learn from them. And
Mhm.
one good thing is that we had a lot of joy and laughter and fun in our own home, at our own home. I think
Mhm.
this is very
That's
important.
the medicine
It's
of
very
living
important.
long life.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you don't need to search for things outside you. Happiness, joy is not something outside you. It is something that is within you. The only thing is that we sometimes feel that I feel sad because he or she made me sad.
Mhm.
I feel hurt because he or she hurt me. But I believe, you know, 1986 was a turning point in my life. A couple from Bandra, Mumbai, that time it was called Bombay, by the name Joe Rodriguez and Brenda Rodriguez, a couple, came to um, my hostel. That time I was in Dimapur in Nagaland. I studied there for 3 years. And so in our second year, this couple came to take a course called Taking Responsibility in Life. That was the name of the course. And on the very last day, Joe Rodriguez, the course coordinator, he came to the front and he said, every day in your life from now on, the moment you get up, go to the mirror, stand in front of the mirror, look at the mirror, and tell yourself, hi, Titus, I am looking at the face of the one who is responsible for his happiness today.
Okay.
So I think I have that was really a turning point in my life. Ever
Okay.
after that, I have tried to do this. If you ask me one thing that I have done regularly, it is this. Not a day has gone by without my telling to myself, assuring to myself, Titus, joy is within you, happiness is within you, laughter is within you, hurt is within you, anger is within you, jealousy is within you, generosity is within you, kindness is within you. Everything is within me. Nobody can make me happy if I decide not to be happy. Nobody
True.
can help me or make me joyful if I decide not to be joyful. So,
So,
Karishma, I think I have kept you, what shall we say, giving you a lot of this personal feedback. At the same time, let me give you one word of feedback. Having listened to you, I do feel that there is so much of English in you, and you speak very naturally. There is a natural way of communication that you have. Others, sometimes, some people, when they speak, they may be speaking naturally, but we get a feeling, the listeners get a feeling that that's not natural. But with you, Charisma, I feel that, the way you speak, it looks very, very natural. Probably that was not natural for a few years, right? A few years ago, 2 years ago, that was not the case, right?
yeah, it was difficult
Yeah.
for me to speak English 2 years ago.
Yeah. And then two corrections I would like to give you. I have put it in the chat. During communication with strangers, probably while communicating with strangers could be better. Another one, studies from a Hindi medium school. I did all my studies. Yeah,
In,
I did all my studies in Hindi medium schools. Okay, those are the only ones. By way of pronunciation, super. By way of accent, super. By way of your natural ability to communicate naturally, super. I
wow.
have. So, absolutely, I'm really thoroughly impressed with the way you are able to communicate. That's it. Tell me whether you got something from this session.
Yes, yes, it's a wonderful session, and I'm gonna listen this session two, three, four times so that I could learn something from that. And it's amazing session with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Charisma. Thanks for turning up. Thanks for being there. Yeah.
Okay, bye
Have a good
bye.
day.